Dear Boomers, today we're going to talk about the 40th verse of the Tao Te Ching. And this is one of the shortest yet profound verses of this teaching. Verse 40, a teaching Wayne Dyer describes as, quote, the essence of the Tao in a few simple lines. Please subscribe to the channel, and down below there is instructions on how to join the Dear Boomers community. So let us take a breath and enter into this stillness together. Quote, returning is the motion of the Tao. Yielding is the way of the Tao. The 10,000 things are born of being. Being is born of non-being. So let these lines settle like leaves gently drifting to the forest floor. This verse is a doorway into the mystery of creation, transformation, and the soft power of returning. Let's walk through it slowly as the verse wants us to. Returning is the motion of the Tao. That's the first line. In a world obsessed with forward motion, progress, achievement, accumulation, Lao Tzu offers a radical truth. All things eventually return. Like the tide, like the seasons, like our breath, like our own lives. Every beginning curves back towards silence. Every expansion returns to stillness. Every rising is followed by a gentle descent. Returning is not failure. It is nature, true nature. In the Tao's way of saying, rest now, restore, realign, and remember who you are. You don't always need to push forward. Sometimes the most powerful step is a step back into yourself, into your center, into your own deeper knowing. For boomers and seniors especially, returning is not regression. It is wisdom ripening. It is the fullness of the arc. You are allowed to return to simplicity, to peace, to your breath, to your true priorities, to the self you left waiting within you. You are allowed. The Tao gives us permission. Yielding is the way of the Tao, is the next line, or one of the next lines. In our culture, yielding often sounds like weakness. To yield a point, to yield the right of way, to yield control. But in the Tao, yielding is strength without force. Yielding is strength without force. Think of water. Water yields to everything, and yet nothing can truly resist it. It adapts, it flows, it bends, it receives, and ultimately shapes mountains. Yielding is not surrendering your power. It is redirecting it. It is channeling it, using only what is needed and no more. Yielding says, quote, I do not need to overpower. I choose to align with what is. This is the secret of emotional peace, spiritual maturity, and longevity. When we yield to life, to changes in our bodies, to shifts in relationships, to the truth that nothing stays the same, we enter the flow where peace resides. Yielding often opens the door that resistance keeps shut. The 10,000 things born of being. The 10,000 things are born of being. The 10,000 things is an ancient way of saying everything in our visible world. All form, all matter, all people and all events, everything we can name or experience arises from being, from presence, from awareness, from existence itself. This is the creative realm, the world where ideas become actions, where intentions become realities, where love becomes expression. And here the Tao reminds us, you are not separate from the 10,000 things. You are one of them. You are arising. You are unfolding. You are participating in creation simply by being here. This is the great dignity of being human. This is being truly human. Being born of non-being. Lao Tzu goes deeper. Being is born of non-being. This is the heart of the verse and of the Tao Te Ching, a mystical truth repeated in every spiritual tradition. Before something exists, it arises from the invisible realm, from emptiness, from stillness, from possibility, from the quantum field, from the silence before creation. Non-being is not nothingness. It is the fertile void, the womb of the universe, the birthplace of inspiration, the quiet room where thoughts have not yet become form. For boomers stepping into a new chapter, this is your reminder, even if you feel like something in your life has dissolved, even if you're in a transition, even if you feel, quote, empty, end quote. That emptiness is not failure. It is the birthplace of something new. And when life brings you into the quiet, the stillness, the in-between, it is preparing you for your next becoming. And that is the magic, or the beauty, or the miracle. So how can we apply this to our daily lives? Verse 40 is an invitation, a soft whisper that says, return, yield, trust the cycle, allow the invisible to gestate, allow the visible to flow. You do not need to force a thing. You do not need to push the river. It doesn't work anyway. You do not need to be who you were yesterday or throughout your whole life. Instead, return to yourself. Yield to grace. Rest in possibility and let what is needed arise from the quiet. Now, this is the Tao's promise. What is yours will come. What is no longer needed will fall away. You are held in the turning of the great cycle. The great cycle is not something outside of yourself. It is within. So here is a closing meditation for all of us. Let us end with a simple reflection. What part of my life is asking me to return? What part is asking me to yield? What is trying to be born from the stillness within me? What is it? And breathe into those questions. Meditate on them. Let the Tao speak through silence. And remember, being is born of non-being. Who you are becoming is already forming in the quiet. Thank you for walking with me on this path. Be gentle, be spacious, and let life flow through you like the river.